Welcome to round 2 of ZCars Racing, where you join us at the most technical track of the season. Dubbed the Mini Nürburgring, Cadwell Park is situated in the beautiful green hills surrounded by trees, and any wrong move can take you out of the race for good. More drivers join the grid, hoping to take that top spot from race winner Ed Giddings.
So my name is Callum Tuckett. I'm racing a Z3 1.9 M44, is it? M44. Yeah, M44. So the lowest power car in the class. There's 3 of us at the moment. 140 brake horsepower compared to the 240 that the 3 litres have got. Doesn't mean we can't give them a run for the money sometimes.
Oh, brilliant.
Manufacturing defect. There was bonnet pins that one bonnet pin sprung yesterday, which destroyed the other one. The bonnet flipped up when I was coming off a corner and it went through the windscreen. So we've done some ad hoc repairs and very nice man in Hull put a new windscreen in.
We're at Cadwell Park, second round of ZCars, 13 cars on the grid. Grid is growing throughout the year. I'm in a 2.2 Z4. Testing yesterday went really well. I did a 1:44.9, really competitive time.
Hiya Steph, we're here now, round 2 at Cadwell. Did you do any testing at all on Friday?
Yeah, a little bit, not too much, just a couple of sessions, so all good, yeah.
So I'm guessing you felt the car was actually okay for you?
Yeah, more of a learning the track on Friday than anything else. It took a good couple of sessions to actually learn where you are on the track. It's a difficult circuit, yeah, it's an interesting circuit to race on, let alone drive on. So what we learned Friday was very different to what we were going to be doing during the racing.
Hi Jamie, how was testing on Friday?
Went well, yeah. A bit of an eye-opener, a new circuit at Cadwell, so it was quite exciting to get around here. It's a bike track predominantly, so it was quite exciting. It's quite tight in the cars and you don't want to be making any mistakes, so Friday's test day was good experience to learn the track, so set us up well for today.
Your first round was over at Donington, this is your second round. How do you feel about being in the new series?
Yeah, it's great, it's really exciting. All the cars were all pretty close together, quite a lot of new drivers as well, so we're kind of all in the same boat, so we're all learning. We're like sponges at the minute, absorbing it. It's all coming pretty quick to learn, so yeah, it's really good.
The drivers get ready for qualifying. Grid position is key on this narrow circuit. With qualifying underway, the faster cars try to get through the traffic to set a fast time. Kieran Powell takes third with a 1:45.2, but just seconds later, Jamie Jeffrey puts in a blistering time of 1:44.8 in the 2.2. Callum Tuckett in the 1.9 places 9th amongst his Z4s with a fantastic 1:48.6. Ed Giddings is on a flying lap to solidify pole position.
Yeah. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6. 1:48.6
day in qualifying, put it P3 in amongst all the Z4 3 litres. There's a bit of power deficit, but Cadwell Park is a great track, my favourite track, and really power is not too important here. As long as you send it around the corners as hard as possible, I've got a chance, I think.
Testing went quite well. Obviously it's my first time here at Cadwell, so it was a bit of a slow start. First 2 sessions yesterday we were struggling to get to my first time here at Cadwell. Testing started off a bit slow yesterday. Obviously the first 2 sessions I was struggling to get to grips with things. Had a chat with a few of the other guys. Ed gave me some pointers, and the rest of the day just seemed to gel with it more. And obviously that's proved today in the first race.
Sounds great. So with qualifying, you started 4th. How did the car feel on track?
Car was great. It handled well. So I did have second in qualifying for a while, but then 2 of the other boys jumped in, or one other, sorry, jumped in front at the last minute.
Live timing.psl-timing.com.
Qualifying was good. Times were fairly consistent with last year. Learned a little bit from Jamie and a few others, which has given me a bit of time here and there. So yeah, but fairly consistent.
How was qualifying today?
Qualifying, it rained overnight, so we all were expecting the track to be quite wet, and it wasn't actually as wet as we thought, so it was a little damp in places, which just made it a little bit more exciting to get the car sideways, and may as well be racing drift cars out there.
Excellent, it sounds more fun drifting.
With the cars tweaked, the drivers are ready to go out for the first race of the day. This is the first time someone will be driving on this daunting circuit. Will they hold their nerve? The warm-up lap is complete, the safety car heads into the pit, and Ed Giddings takes the lead, charging up the hill. Starting in 4th, Power makes it to 3rd, pulling ahead of Jamie Jeffries 2.2. Callum Tuckett and Julian Jeffrey lose out as they both drop places to the Z4s. Callum Tuckett is on edge with his Z3 as he tries to keep up with the more powerful Z4s of Richard Holmes and Steve Wood. Coming into the gooseneck, he closes the gap momentarily. The leading pack fly over the mountain into the Hall bends for the first time. Back with Tucker, he's bumper to bumper with the Z4s now. Julian Jeffrey makes a move on Eric Giddings, entering the Hall bends on the inside and staying out wide to complete the move. There's a big gap to catch the next car. Can Jeffrey do it in the Z3? The leaders start to spread out. Giddings leads Murphy by just 0.3 of a second. Then Power, Jeffrey in the 2.2 and Roland Hopkins make the top 5. Tuckett is still on the tail of the Z4 of Holmes, waiting for a chance to overtake. Lap by lap, Julian Jeffrey has caught the Z4 of Paul Brightmore. And on lap 5, climbing the mountain, Jeffrey sneaks his Z3 up the inside, drops down a gear and makes the pass as they level out. Another overtake. On lap 7, Holmes takes the inside line at Charlie's. Tuckett has a little look, but Wood closes the door. Tuckett drives hard trying to keep up, but starts to lose ground. The corners are his best chance to make up time, and with only 2 laps left, he knows he has to go all out. But on this track, the slightest mistake could spell disaster. Tuckett manages to keep the car out of the barriers, but Julian in the other Z3 is fast approaching. Can Tuckett restart his car in time to hold first in his class? The engine splutters. Tuckett is out of the race because his car won't restart. Last lap and we're on board with power as he chases down Murphy to the line. With only a few corners to go, can he gain a place for second? Ed Giddings takes his 3rd win of the season and at the same time setting a faster lap than in qualifying, a 1:42.6. It's going to take something special to beat him this year. Stephen Murphy holds on to 2nd, Powell takes 3rd, beating the top 3. Julian Jeffrey takes 10th, and the Z3 class win.
So you've done your first race today. How did the car feel and how do you feel about it?
Good, yeah, apart from me and Chris Murphy had a coming together, I crashed into the back of him, so yeah, but we'll see what happens in race 2.
Well, hopefully he's not going to get his own back on you and crash into you for the round 2. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you, cheers.
But you know, the first race obviously came from 4th to 3rd, and yeah, stayed there for the whole thing.
Who's your biggest competitor out there?
I'd obviously say my biggest competitor is Steph Murphy, who obviously I've come from the quad racing side of things with. You know, we're always, you know, I'm in front or he's in front and chasing each other's tail, really.
Brilliant. Well, you definitely give us a good battle to watch for sure. Best of luck for the second race and we'll catch up with you later on. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Now, I hear you've got a bit of a rival, bit of a competitor. Who would that be?
No rivalry, but I've got to beat Kieran, basically, is what we're talking about. Yeah, no, we go back as friends for many years, and we obviously both jumped into this together, as he's looking at me over there. And yeah, he seems to be either I'm in his wing mirror or he's in my wing mirror.
Hello, guys. Hello. You all right? How are we doing? What are you guys up to?
Well, I'm investing in James, giving me a bit of coaching, and James is available every race day, and up to sort of 3 or 4 of us can get the coaching using the computer, the aim solo and video footage.
Yeah. That's awesome. James, can you tell me a little bit about what you do, coaching and everything?
Yeah, sure. So what we're doing here is we've got 2 main methods. They're fairly simple, but they're pretty effective. So we've got the video. You know, everyone's got their onboard video, and we look over that, which obviously gives you some visual clues if there's any incidents or any particular corners people want to work on. You can see that. And then we also have the data traces, so we get different sets of data from each car. We look at very basic things, actually, like just a speed trace, but it can tell you what corners, if any, that people are struggling on, and then they can maybe look to correct that for the next session.
So with all this data, James, can you actually tell me how Julian's actually really getting on?
Well, that would be breaking some trade secrets, wouldn't it? No, he's doing very well actually. He's made some good improvements from the first session, but he's still got a couple of tenths to find from Callum. But he's managed to win the first race, so even though there was that slight discrepancy lap time, so I think he's doing just fine.
Excellent, Julian. How are you feeling for the next race?
Well, sort of confident, but I think Callum I got it by default really. I sort of Callum sort of clutched defeat out of the jaws of victory, and I took advantage. So bless him, Callum is the better driver, but at the moment I've got the trophies.
Fantastic. So I heard something about a trophy cabinet earlier.
Yes.
What's all of that about?
Yeah, well, Callum's birthday is coming up soon, and I was thinking of buying him a trophy cabinet, but at the moment I'm thinking of using it myself.
Well, the way you're going, then I think you would need to keep it. Well done, Julian. We'll see you later on.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
The clouds have started to open as the drivers get ready for the final race of the day. Will the rain hold off, and can someone challenge Ed for the win?
Saloons, and next up are the ZCars.
Over the line we go with Giddings in the lead, but Murphy comes storming down the right hand side to take the lead through turn 1. Jeffrey in the 2.2s tries to sneak through on the inside of Power, and they touch. They get a little too close. The cars fly down the park straight. Tuckett, who started last, is making up places. As they come over the hill for the first time, Murphy and Giddings have pulled a small gap, but the rest are close behind. Tuckett is right behind Jeffrey, who is looking to get past the 3 litre of wood. Lap 2 coming down to Mansfield, Murphy goes a little wide. Can Giddings make a move? He tries to get past going over the mountain. Down the start-finish straight, Murphy moves to the right and Giddings takes first. Hopkins is taken fourth from Jamie Jeffrey in the 2.2 Z4, and Power puts the pressure on Murphy. Back with the Z3s, Julian is doing his best to keep Tuckett behind him, but the gap is closing.
Now holding up here now to
On lap 5, braking late into park, Murphy gets the inside line, retaking first place. Power, Hopkins and Jeffrey are still putting pressure on the front two. Tuckett tries to stay moving in the Z3, but Jeffrey brakes later, locking up, but still staying ahead. On lap 7, Giddings tries to give Murphy a taste of his own medicine by taking the inside line around park, but Murphy closes the door. This slows Giddings, and Power surges through to take second place.
leading the way, but Kieran Power has now got himself up into second place, so Ed Giddings has gone from first to third.
Tuckett is all over Jeffrey trying to get past. With 2 laps to go, can Julian Jeffrey hold his nerve?
The next one, 2 laps to go at the end of this one, and Kieran Power coming under pressure from Giddings. Giddings isn't done yet.
Going across the line for lap 8, Giddings passes Power. Can he catch Murphy? Murphy goes onto the grass at Charlie's, but holds onto the lead. The gap between first, second and third is just under a second as they charge over the mountain. Final lap, Giddings makes a move up the inside of turn 2 and takes the lead. Murphy isn't safe in second as Power is right on top, trying desperately to get past before the line.
We'll wait and we'll see who appears out of Mansfield first. Is it going to be Ed Giddings? Is it going to be Stephen Murphy? It's going to be...
Giddings crosses the line in first, taking another win in the Z4 class. Back with the Z3s, Tuckett pushing the limit, trying to get past Jeffrey.
Comes back though, makes it a pole position. Race win here at Cadwell Park today. It was Juno.
Massive power slide through the final corner, but it isn't enough. Jeffrey takes the second class win of the day.
Yeah, but it was a great battle. Actually, Callum deserved it. Any other track, he'd have got past me. He did a great job. It was a great race.
But you're very happy and smiley about that. You seem very, very happy.
Well, you know, I did say that I was going to buy him a trophy cabinet for his birthday, but I've decided to keep it.
Because you've got the trophies. Go on, Julie, go and step into the podium. Was that fun? That's
yeah, brilliant. Yeah, good fun. Come over first, so can't complain.
Kieran, get yourself on the podium before you say anything else. We're having the fun bit.
Then I was clean driving
the fun bit. There's a lot of coughing going behind them. There's obviously a bit of bug going around or something.
Yeah, me and Ed had a good clean battle to be fair out there, and some good overtaking and different things. So it was good fun. Good battle between the three of us.
I'm intrigued. I'm scared to ask, but a good battle, some clean overtaking and some other things.
No, of course not. Just some grass.
2 today and 2 rounds, 4 wins so far.
Yes. Good
running into it, and they are coming on leaps and bounds. Absolutely, can't knock them at all. They're on it. That appears not to be the case.
That's right.
Hell of a battle today. Both of them line absolutely brilliant. Yeah, couldn't fault it one bit. I was just laughing, smiling. Massive smile on the whole race. You sure some of you guys don't go for grass track racing? Quad bikes. Quad bikes. I mean, that had to make sense then. Okay, do you know why you got Driver of the Day award?
Well, I think it's like a kids' football tournament. Everybody's a winner, so I'm the numpty who gets the prize.
I think you put yourself down a bit there. I think it's something to do with that bit of the glass you looked through called your windscreen that you lost yesterday.
Ah, okay, yes.
And where do you have to go to get a windscreen?
We went to Hull at 6 o'clock this morning, and a lovely gentleman put it in for us, all good.
You just haven't got £50 excess on your insurance, have you done the paddock?
I don't think I'm going to insure me, to be honest.
On that note, what else can we say? Congratulations, Eric.
Thank you for joining us at Cadwell Park. We'll see you next time for round 3 at Snetterton 200, where one of the drivers gets a much needed upgrade in the hopes of taking their first win of the season and handing Ed his first defeat.
With